The Butt Kicker Gamer 2. What you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
And hello again, everyone, and welcome back here to PTM Racing TV, where we're now live here tonight, Kentucky Speedway here tonight as our drivers of the Pedal Metal Racing League Series take the stage and take the show on this lovely evening here down in Kentucky. Looks like it'll be a battle of proportions and a lot of things to be played out in the storyline here tonight as the drivers look to try to get more points leading into the end of this season. Hi again, everyone. I am Christian Crusader Driver, and welcome back to the show as always. As we prepare to do battle gear tonight, let's take a look at our starting lineup in just a minute with our look at the cookie cutter track style of Kentucky Speedway. Weather's playing pretty fair out there here tonight. The Green Tech Energy Track Tech Talk shows us here. You can see this track though of D-shaped configuration, still kind of a cookie cutter style, obviously. But it will definitely warrant for some good racing, some hard battles as we progress through this night. We'll find out more as we progress on. Let's start them up on the pole, though. On the starting lineup here, will be on the insides. Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake, in the 21 is outside. Checkmate, Keith Taylor in the 8. Row number 2, it's Matthew Hoffer. The 84 is outside. Dustin Slonaker, the 66. Row number 3 is going to be Brandon Pike, and the 22 is outside. Dan Miglin in the 31. Row number 4, it's going to be Jason Rife, and the 54 is outside. It's going to be Jeffrey Oakes in the number 20. Row number 5 is Cindy Nicole Taylor in the 7. To her outside, Jeffrey Todd Uffs in your 72. Row number 6, Robert Dudleyville Dudley in the 49 is outside. That's the 5. Shent L, the throttle model. Row number 7, that's going to be Nick Kern in the 69 is outside. Chad Lancaster, the 02. Row number 8, it's Kevin Baker in the 87 is outside. Christopher Jordan, the 78. Row number 9, it's going to be Wally Babb, the 99 is outside. Corey Reed, the 27. Your final starters in that lineup are ready to go. Here, field will set the pace and the tone as we prepare to go to battle here on this very unique and shaped track. This is the Reed paved edition that these drivers will be running on here tonight. Field will work their way around right now, get things all kind of warmed up on the tires, then get these cars all ready to go here. These Xfinity drivers definitely know how to play this one out and run this one into the ground here. We will see some more of that as we progress through. A big crowd on hand as well. Joining us on here tonight, Dennis Whitmer joins us in saying, hey guys, Dennis, good to have you on board, buddy. And Damon McNeil even joining us on in a little bit. Good to hear from you, sir. Good to have you on the show. Good to have everyone on the show here tonight as we prepare to watch 17 drivers work their way around and fight it out. It's supposed to be 18. Corey Reed, at the moment, not making the call. Field will march their way around the track here. These unique shaped banks track. This is going to be one of the harder ones to really turn around and fight with. Again, turn 3 and 4 a little bit lower on the banking corners than 1 and 2. More on that in a minute. But just watch when they come off that start and how hard they will be running in turn 1 and 2 and trying to keep those things online. It's a slippery slope down there, and it's a little bit of a tricky end to figure out. Will they get it down on the start here? Only time will tell. We lead him in down the front straightaway here, straight to that green flag line. Run down. Here we go. Flags in the air. We're underway. marching their way down to the field immediately out of the gate here. It's a 3 wide salute right out of the spotlight. Dan Miglin in the 31 immediately going for broke here on Dustin Sodick in the 66 as the Malibu machine tries to hold his line in and try to keep it down to the corners here. Back up front, Key Checkmate Taylor, Matthew Hoffert buying it out a little bit. They want to immediately take down the rattlesnake Robert Kahn here because they know how fast he can be here at Kentucky. Really on any track for that matter. He is one of the toughest guys to beat no matter where you go. And with that new wheel and pedal setup, you know he's going to be a tough hombre to knock down a few pegs. Through the field right now, everyone marching their way around here. Nick Kern as well, giving up a little bit of a fight here as they're paddle in the back here. 3 wide salute here, Chad Lancaster in that 0-2, the 5 of Chantel Bottle, and Wally Babb kind of piled up in there as well. Very clean though so far for a fact that these guys are running as tight and as close as they are. Everyone doing a good job keeping the corners tight, keeping them on track. Key Checkmate Taylor with the early lead. Yeah, he's playing a bit of a different kind of line around here. You can actually watch him really walking their way around the backstretch here. See how tight he's actually hitting his corners up and making his runs, while Robert Kahn is actually seeing him a little bit more to the bottom shelf here, not trying to necessarily run so hard in the middle to then work on the outside. He's actually trying to dive it in quickly on the bottom shelf and get a good run there. There's multiple ways to do it. That is certainly one of them there, as you see. The onboard camera here, Dustin Solnaker here. This is the first time I've seen Sparky get a good qualifying spot and actually hold his own right now. Very impressive here for Dustin Solnaker. But he's got a little bit of company coming up his way here. Here comes that snap-on tool, number 22, Ford Mustang, Brandon Pike. Pike looking to divide the railroad spike into the neck, into the back there of Dustin Solnaker and move his way up to the front as currently they battle it out for the race lead, Kahn and Keith. Oh, neither driver wanting to give an inch here tonight, especially in this kind of a 4-man race. They only want what's best for their time and their zone, and right now we'll look at the points race in just a little bit. Yes, we actually have the points race all settled up on our end to show you guys where these drivers are going to be fighting in tonight's race. Remember, the points are dependent on your race win. Doesn't matter in qualifying or practice. It does not matter in anything else other than that race win. So winning is everything, and getting in the top 10 is even more crucial because that gives you more points. And especially with 18 drivers out here, you know they're going to be fighting for everything they got. The onboard camera here with Cindy Dakota Taylor here. Just see her working her way around the 49 of Robert Dudleyville Dudley. He's telling Devon and Bubba Ray, get the tables! And send it straight to Cindy Taylor. Now, I know we don't live in the 90s, I know we're not in the 90s anymore, but apparently Dudley does not seem to remember what the Dudleys did to Mae Young in those days and age. Apparently, he's trying to do the same to Cindy Taylor. That means Taylor's trying to back off away around her. Marla Spike will join us on in saying, go Pike here tonight. Marla, great to have you on board there, sweetie. Good stuff here out of the start here, and actually your boy right now not doing too bad whatsoever. Take a look at our onboard camera here, and you can see how hard he is working the corners in and working that track around. He's trying to shorten the track down as much as he can without burning tires up too much. But you can hear how hard he paces that motor in, that momentum carried through. He's got Matthew Hoffert in his sights. Robert Kahn still not giving an inch there to Keith Checkmate Taylor. Taylor right now trying to hold him off, trying to keep him down out of that spot. You can just see the timing here. Absolutely impeccable, as well as it is incredible to see at least they're still able to go side by side at the speeds they're carrying tonight. These drivers carrying up to speed of 187, 190 miles per hour, depending on where they're at. And it appears Kahn's now starting to get a bit of an advantage there off the bottom line, as now Taylor will lose a little bit of position in there, and that opens the door up to the onboard camera here of our driver Matthew Hopper in that 84. Hopper looks like he's been more of under control, kind of in the rhythm section here, and really more in line with what he wants to tune up. And the man Miglin, we know him all too well. He'll throw out everything the window if he has to. Miglin getting the draft off there. Matthew Hoffer in the 84 Budweiser Chevrolet Camaro as the 22 of Brandon Pike tries to keep the Snap-on Tools Ford Mustang in the line of sight. Hoping for a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather. Dustin Solnaker even having some troubles of his own end here. Miglin looking to make the move on the inside. He's making a run for it. Backs off though. Pike not giving him a full clearance. Pike's actually drifting up a slight bit here. Hoffer has to back off, try to let him in. You can see just how tight that turn 1 and 2 gets there. It just kind of rolls up on the center there, where 3 and 4 is a bit of a flat spot down there, where you have to watch that angle and watch that shot. It's not like a normal cookie cutter track. This place is extremely difficult to wield and deal and master at the same time. It takes very good concentration and very smart racing on everybody's end to know what's going on and what to really expect. Lee Buster Paul joins in saying, hi everyone, are we in for a good race tonight? Starting out good, go. Chantel Bottle. Good to have you on board here tonight, Lee Buster Bottle. Oh, there's got a little problem there for Dan Miglin out of turn 2. And there it is right there. I told you, that little spot right there coming off that turn, it just sends you for a little bit of a loop, a little bit of a turn. And you just seen right there how difficult it was for Miglin to hold that line in while Pike cuts back down below him, trying to keep him in sight and out of mind. To the onboard camera here, Robert Dudleyville Dudley as Jeffrey Oaks in the 20 Chevrolet Accessory Auto Parts machine works his way up. By the way, Dudley up 4 spots right now, started 11th, currently in 7th. Jeffrey Oaks up 2, started in 8th, currently in 6th. Not bad for either driver here. And it appears now Miglin starting to use that long-term strategy to full good use, but right up front, Keith Checkmate Taylor not done yet with Robert the Rattlesnake on. Con's going to have a little bit of his hands full here. Don's bad fast though in these kind of tracks, in this kind of situation. You can't count him out. You can't count any of these drivers, but I'll tell you one thing. If I'm Con right now, my first thought is how do I shake off Checkmate? Because Checkmate, even back in the Heat days, he knew how to run in Kentucky with the best of them. I think Atlanta and Kentucky was probably his 2 best tracks. I've watched him race when he had a custom setup on it. These drivers are not running with customs though, they're running with a fixed setup. And so far, it's been really awfully clean. I am amazed here with the stage race here. Coming off on the outside though, here comes Checkmate going for the run there. The power and the speed coming around there for the Checkmeister himself. As a quick lane number 21 of Robert Con stacked down there, he will try to hold his line in and keep him away from it. But you can see the bottom line is starting to fade for the Rattlesnake. He's losing it in the turn. We have ourselves a new leader. Checkmate takes the race lead. Tremendous back and forth from these drivers here so far. No one giving an inch and then some. And talk about not giving an inch. How about this? In the back of the pack, Kevin Baker. He's up 4 spots right now. He's actually putting a little bit of a beating down there on Chad Lancaster. Lancaster's up 2 as well, but Kevin Baker, I'm not going to lie, folks. Right now, this guy, he is starting to impress me. He's starting to get better each time out. That Toyota Supra, I told him before, I had talked to him a little earlier on today. He said, yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit more feel. I'm starting to get things dialed in better. I just got to watch myself. Oh, as I say that, he ends up getting the wall protection into turn 1. You saw his car literally sway right to the left and then off the track there. He had to back off. Here comes Wally Babb. The 99 John Deere machine now looking for a little bit of a pass to go around. Excuse me, the Caterpillar 99, not the John Deere. What was I thinking? That thing looks... I must be thinking some Kentucky bluegrass around here is what I'm thinking. You know where you're losing it when you're literally been on this job for too long. Matthew Hofford already losing a lot of time. He just drove that thing in way too hard, and Kentucky is making him pay for it. Robert Dudley, Dustin Sornaker all slowed up here. Brandon Pike as well. The field right now that stayed a little bit slower in turns in the corners seems to be a little bit more under control and a little more relaxed here. The onboard camera here, the Bottles Racing number 5 is Chantel Bottle. You can see right in front of her that big battle coming up ahead. Each driver making their own mark, their own persuasive here. Dustin Sornaker, pretty good start here to this race here as they lead into the final laps of the stage here. Lap 25 will be our stage break. Dudley and Sornaker trying to hold each other down while Cindy Dakota Taylor looks for the opening on the inside. The old PTM Race TV chopper cam getting put to good use down there as well. Some good stuff. Brandon Pike right now, your top 5. He is the man that they're trying to take down. Dudley trying to get the draft off him and make the pass quickly. They know they're running out of time before that stage break comes into effect and comes into full situation. And look who makes the way up to the front of the pack here. Here comes Jeffrey Oaks. Old Oaksy not giving an inch here. He's looking to make a statement and make a show out of himself tonight. He's doing a good job here being very controlled and conservative. Now can the Chevrolet Accessories number 20 make the pass and make the corner here. He's got the quick lane motorcraft 21 of Robert Kahn right in his sights. Kahn slowing down a bit. I don't know if he's trying to play with Key Checkmate Taylor for the last bit of this race or if he's losing and running out of time. The tires seem to be fading slightly, and it looks like Checkmate is just doing everything he can to hold on to that line. I know Kentucky can run 2 lines here and you can run multiple angles, but generally most people tell me the outside and the bottom shelf are usually where you want to hit up there, and especially when you're going to go into a 3 wide. So like right about now, Jeffrey Oaks swings it straight to the bottom, and they are 3 wide for the race lead out of a whole shot and only 3 to go. 3 laps remain before stage break here. What a tremendous start to this race. And even Dan Miglin's going to start making his name in there a little bit. Here comes Revzilla. Well, you got the Revzilla onboard camera here with Miglin as he now marks his territory, marks his shot. Kahn is fading badly here. There's no doubt in my mind he is fading. That car is not holding up to his standards. He must have overdrove it a little bit trying to defend off Key Checkmate Taylor. And it appears Taylor is now making him pay the price. Jeffrey Oaks looking to get the inside corner. Checkmate trying to hold him down, trying to hold him on line. Getting word right now, Corey Reed, who was out there a little earlier on, the 27, having mechanical failures down there. He will have to try to bring it back out later. Corey, if you're hearing this, so sorry. Hopefully you're doing all right, man. Hopefully the car can get back out there quickly. Hate to see a driver out there not be able to get out there and race this one. The field works their way in. Final 2 coming up. Gotta look at Checkmate. He is literally just doing everything he can to avoid and sway off the 20. And you can even see also one thing that's making him so fast right now. He's not going straight to the bottom like that anymore. He's actually running the outside to try to conserve the tires by not turning in nearly as much. It's a tactic and a strategy most drivers try to use to make sure they don't burn tires up or they burn off runs. Because in the end, the outside, when you got a little bit of a more burned-in car, it helps you get the tires to stay under control and more under pressure. Oaksy on the inside, then outside, can't quite get it, and the caution flies. We are under caution for the stage break. But a tremendous start to this run. Top 5 in that one will be Cindy Taylor, Daniel Miglin, Robert Kahn, Keith Checkmate Taylor, and Jeffrey Oaks. Jeffrey Oaks and then Keith Checkmate Taylor rounding out your top 5. When we come back, race fans, we're just getting started here down in Kentucky. There's more to be seen. There's more to show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these quick commercial messages. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race has been presented and brought to you in part by our good friends over at Green Tech Energy, leading the way in solar energy and solar power for all. Green Tech Energy is the natural choice to use. By our good friends over at A1 Glass Incorporated, serving the Trinity Conception areas of Carbonear, Newfoundland, Canada since 2008 with all your glass needs, services, and quality auto glass replacements is what we're all about. By the butt kicker. Oop. Producers, I gotta get these things up when we're supposed to. By the butt kicker. Best in performance for feeling on real tracks in the virtual world. The butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. By Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net. Matching your want with your wallet. They will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. And by our good friends over at SimRacingMerch.com. The perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. So far, no fouls or harm there here. Everyone pretty clean out of the start. Kind of some surprises, though, for me personally. I would have thought Robert Kahn would have been a little bit more competitive in that one, but he ended up losing a lot of ground and time. Dan Miglin, I think, really just kind of doing what Cindy Taylor usually does, which is kind of play more towards the closer aspect of this race. Those two, not necessarily not this on the hardest of chargers. They like to really kind of pace themselves. Right now, you're getting a good glimpse of that and then some here. Emily Megan, wow, the top 4 is so close. Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I mean, like honestly, I do know why NASCAR got rid of Kentucky Speedway on the track racing for this season. But to be honest with you, I won't lie. I do wish more folks would run the Kentucky Speedway track and then some, because honestly, for Xfinity and below that, I always thought this place made some really impressive races. The trucks definitely do a great show here, and if I'm not mistaken, who could forget the 10,000th of a second finish that the Fast and Fun Riley Challenge used to be going by the IROC Challenge had here not too long ago. They literally came dead heat to the end. That was between Dan the Man Starner and Craig Zanny Fam Janzik. We have yet to see a finish even close to that, but I gotta say right now, a 4-car battle for the race lead, that's saying something. So while we are under caution here tonight, race fans, let's go ahead and take a look now at our PTM points lineup here tonight. This is after race number 6 last time out. So this is race number 7 of our tracks here. This is how the field looks after the standings. You can see the numbers right beside their name and where they are at currently. Let's take a look at our top 10 here now. Here's what pops up on your screen. Robert Dudley, currently the man everybody's hunting down. And Dan Miglin, so far with a good start here to this race here. I think right now looking pretty solid as can be. The rest of the field from 5 and on 6 back, a little bit lower in the heats. They're going to have a little bit of work to do. But I have a feeling that over time that will change throughout the pacing of this and throughout the event. But like I said here tonight, man, I think it could be anybody's race and could be anybody's show, depending on how you look at it and who gets the better of the two. I would say probably 6 on back, 6 on to the top though will be your guys and gals to watch out for throughout these races and throughout these events. But that is your point standings right now for the Season 4 Xfinity Series up at the Metal Racing League. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below too. If you like what you've seen there, if you like the points kind of popping up as well. That's something we do usually for Thursday night IROC guys. But hey, we thought we'd try it out with the pedal to metal one, see what you guys think. So you let me know down in the comment section what you think. Alright, so next time by, the field will rack stack and go back on the attack here. We're ready to get back to the action here. We'll be on lap 30 of 100 of this race. At lap 50, we will have yet another caution, and then from there, it'll be 45 laps to the distance for the final stage. And might I add, 50% of fuel and only 6 sets of tires these drivers have tonight. 5 of them down in the pits, 1 of them already on their cars. There are no gimmies on this one. They have got to watch those tires, and they've got to watch that fuel run. They can go fast as long as they want, but honestly, I think tonight is going to be playing in more to the strategy game in the car tonight. I don't know who will be able to take full advantage of it, but we'll see as we go through. So, looks like Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake, in the 21 Quick Lane Ford Mustang will be a race leader. Jeffrey Oakes follows them on the outside line. And that will be how we start this race up and how we start this field in. "17 of the best in the Pedal to Metals Xfinity Series, ready to line this one up and get back to the action." Robert Kahn maybe playing a little bit there with Oaksy. Oaksy and them have a little bit of a rivalry going in. They knew going into this night, they knew they were going to have to really charge hard and pick their pace and really build up speeds. I think they will certainly do that and then some here. Some of the guys in the back though and gals as well will definitely have to work their way up a little bit. Jeffrey Todd Tufts being one of them, as well as Jason Reif and Nick Kern. We'll see if they're able to do that and then some here as our field works their way around the front straightaway, looking for the green flag to pop back on out. Back to the action we go right about now. Here we go. Side by side, they take it out of turn 1 and 2 here. Everybody nice and consistent so far. No troubles there as the pack starts to break off slightly here. A little bit of problems down there for Christopher Jordan as the 6'9" Nick Kern has to back off. Chantel Throttle Bottle making a beautiful pass there on the inside line, making a hard charge off. Volley bat, that 99 machine now working his way up to Kevin Baker as both of them go into a heated battle for the top 10. And of course, up front as usual here, no surprise there. Key Checkmate Taylor and Jeffrey Oaks, old Oaksy, gonna go at it here to try to talk down the rattlesnake again. I think right now Robert Kahn's got to be very, very careful about how hard he runs that car in and where he's putting it at. I think that first stage to him should have been a test run. Now he's got to watch every corner, every spot, and every moment here. The onboard camera here with Dustin Solnaker now on to the show here. They go, everyone just kind of watching themselves, toning everything in, making sure each car is set to their standards, to their level of line, their work. See, no issues here whatsoever there. Things like, I think, I gotta be honest with you, it's probably our best race we've had in quite some time here for a stage and for so far the starts here. I'm not trying to knock on wood or anything, but I'm just saying, when the race is good, it's good, and that's what it's all about around here. You fans love it as much as we do. Here they go there on the inside line now. Robert Kahn trying to defend off Checkmate Taylor's line here. Checkmate doing a tremendous job being very aware and very careful there. Making sure he doesn't there. Crank it up a little bit here, not just with our good friend Haley Taylor, but also crank it up as the drivers work their way around each center of these corners of Kentucky Speedway. The clouds starting to fade off a little bit here, starting to make the sky just a little darker out there. That's all right in my opinion. It makes it actually more easier to see what's going on the track. You don't have a sun glaring in your eyes. Believe it or not, iRacing, that sun actually can be a pain in the butt. It may not seem like it, but believe me, that glare does get you when you least expect it around here. Here comes Dan the Man Miglin here in the 31, making a run at it on Jeffrey Oaks. Oaksy right now looks like he's backing his corners off a little bit more. Miglin trying to make a move around him though quickly to get up there to Checkmate and Robert Kahn. Remember, they only got about 15 laps remaining before they hit the stage break number 2. And then from there, it's just full throttle assaulted all the way to the end. Onboard camera here with Matthew Hofford as he hits that little tricky spot there coming off that apron of turn 1 and 2. I talked earlier about the flat spots there at 3 and 4. Well, here in turn 1 and 2, again, it's much more rigid, much more initiated, but again, 3 and 4, you really have to pace yourself, really each corner there as tight as you can. Otherwise, it can be just an absolute mess down there, to say the least. Side by side now, Miglin and Oaksy go at it, but also the season champion, the 7 of Cindy the Closer Taylor right now, trying to show why she is the defending champion. She won the Truck Series last season, and she said to me earlier today, I came into Xfinity for one thing, and that was to literally take and full advantage and win again. I haven't done it in a while here in actual races, and I know my points are falling back, so I got to start figuring out how to get these things dialed in. Yeah, it just goes to show you the mentality of a driver, though, and what they have to do just to prepare for these things and prepare for these kind of races. It really boils down to the best of the best, really knowing each corner, each spot, but also really understanding the turf and the control that they have around with those cars. Remember, these things are a lot of weight. They're pulling around a lot of weight. Good couple tons here of weight they're actually putting in there. Hundreds and hundreds of pounds you have to wheel around, and also it feels like kind of a brick when you start to break the tires in. So if you want to say these drivers ain't athletes, be my guest, but I'll say you one thing. Even in iRacing, I would say they have to have the strength and the capacity, not just mentally but physically, just to even hold these things online and hold these cars on track. Take a look at the back of the field right now. Chad Lancaster, the 0-2, having a little bit of troubles there, as is Jason Reif there, unfortunately. Just completely blacked out on our end there. Sorry for the little delay there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get around Rice's little blink there. That's his internet, by the way, not us. If we lost the stream there, I would let you guys realize right at the beginning. I don't even remember the last time we had a stream issue around here. I know those glitch traffic gremlins like to show up and annoy me every now and then, but I can't remember the last time we really had a stream that went out all of a sudden. Then again, we haven't had a huge storm here in my state of Iowa in a while, but that doesn't matter because we're here in Kentucky and watching here on the section here up on the high booths and the banks. So far, it's just been an absolute madness to see where to go here, which one to call, because again, everybody is doing their own style, their own run here, and even Key Checkmate Taylor looks like he suffered a little bit of damage on the right side. Looks like the car might have took a little bump there into the wall, and that might be slowing him down a little bit. Let's see if we get a good look at that right front fender there. He does indeed. You can see that little scrape there. It's actually kind of caving in the tire. It doesn't look like much, but believe me, that little scrape is actually hurting him more than he realizes. And that's why Robert Kahn has now got a solid lead and a half here. He leads the whole field in. He leads the pack around this place, and he's the man they're all trying to hunt down. But the driver everybody's still trying to knock down on the points race is that man right there in that number 49 Mercury Toyota Supra, Robert Dudley. You know, some of these drivers right now I would have expected to kind of be more up in the top section here. They're actually falling more in the back. Guys like Brandon Pike, Keith Checkmate Taylor, Matthew Hofford, and even Chantel Pottle and all of them. Especially Nick Hearn, probably the shocker to me tonight. He's way back in the field here. He's actually running in 13th. I know he almost got caught up in that little mess there. But usually when you see that 69 Hooters machine, he's fighting hard to these guys. He's having some troubles down there tonight, it looks like. Take a look at our best time laps here tonight here as well. Just to give you guys a idea just how fast these folks are. Right now, your fastest lap of the night belongs to Robert Kahn with a 31 flat. However, in qualifying, they were laying down 30.7s and 30.8s. You're probably wondering, okay, why the 3/10 of a difference? Well, you got to understand something. Speed is one thing and a fast lap is another. But you know what really makes you fast? A long-term strategy or a very good short-term strategy when you need it. Strategy is what plays out in each of these drivers' minds and each of these drivers' cars. They don't think about trying to be the fastest on a one lap. They try to be thinking about the fastest on multiple laps. But the only way to do that is to conserve and watch everything you do. And that's why you see so many of them right now just kind of falling more in the back and in line. The 5 Chantel Pottle has her eye on the two battling out right now. This is Wally Babb in the 99 Caterpillar Ford Mustang, and then the Toyota Supra, Kevin Baker, and that 87 Toyota Camp. And it looks like trouble for the 87 coming off that corner of 3 and 4. It got up just a little too high. Lost a lot of speed for that. Wally Babb makes him pay for it, and here comes the 5 Chantel Pottle now. Streaming over on her end at Pottle's Racing. If you guys want to check that out, this is pretty much what you see on her in-car cam while she works her wheel. Holding on the reins and holding this car down as well as she can. Cindy Colter Taylor and Dan Miglin. One of the other females going at it with one of the males here. You see right here the Mac Makeup number 7 Ford Mustang trying to deal with that Revzilla number 31 of Dan the Man Miglin. Miglin though not giving him too many opportunities, too many chances to make some runs at it here. I think that's common though for these drivers and common for him of all things as well, because we know how tough and how fast they can be. Final laps now leading in, folks. We're coming up on the end here, and again, this one wasn't nearly as chaotic or as crazy as the first stage, but that's not saying much. We still have a whole stage coming up, and I got a feeling something may be a brewing. Robert Dudley going to try to hang on to that 5th place spot. He wants to have a good start going into pit road. Hoffer trying to defend him off. Every spot counts, especially when they get into the later laps of this race. It has been a clean wheeling dealing fight to the end. One more lap around, and then it's time for the caution to fly for the stage break. This man, Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn, The Motorcraft Quick Lane 21 Ford Mustang. Bad fast all day long. The stage 1, he fell off badly. Stage 2, well, it's a completely different story. He looks like he's got this thing centered in and ready to go. Is that going to be the case for the last stage? Only time will tell as he brings it across the front straightaway here. And initiate the caution. Lap 50 initiates it. We are going to stage break. Khan is your second stage winner of the night. First one going to Keith Checkmate Taylor. Checkmate falling back into 7th. Jeffrey Oaks was second last time, and he will stay second this time. It's a hot shot foot here kind of race here tonight, folks. But when we come back, the points leader, Robert Dudley, is going to try to get himself even more points and lead into a stronger finish to end the season out. Jeffrey Oaks still searching for that first race win in the Xfinity Series. And Robert Kahn trying to prove he can do the best of the best in tonight. Will they be able to figure out how to beat him? We'll find out when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race has also been brought to you in part by our good friends over at Grid Finder. There, it's the best place to find a new league filter search by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, race sim, and car class. Yeah, a broadcaster, live or designer. Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. By Matt Mills Racing Team, best in Xfinity for teams out there sponsoring and supporting Pedal and Metal Racing League. And if you want to help support Matt's journey, follow him up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And be sure to check out his merchandise line on Facebook. Thank you again, Matt, for supporting the show, brother. By Puddles Wraps, most affordable designs made at your leisure. Puddles Wraps will always bring out the best designs in your library. And by Melgard Motorsports, fast and tough as nails on any track, virtual world or real world. Melgard Motorsports is where it's at.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they start their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here right now on to the show here. We are currently still coming to you live here from Kentucky Speedway, where the Pedal to the Metal Racing League crew is currently battling out their second caution of the night. Only a stage caution-wise. No caution so far in the entire race. Very clean, very respectful racing here tonight. Absolute burner of a show here. Some serious battles and a half from the drivers and some just absolute classy racing and through these events and through this night. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep this going and keep this train on the rails here. If you are new to the show as well, race fans, just want to give you guys a quick little heads up. Please be sure to like and follow us up here on Facebook and head over to YouTube to subscribe there. This race will be broadcasted in its entirety over there with the replay, so be sure to check that out if you don't want to watch it there on Facebook. Or you got friends at home or family that doesn't know about us and want to see some racing, well, I got you covered there. Go over to YouTube and you'll see this race in its entirety at the very end as we get ready to field our positions back up into the ground into the lineup here tonight. Your top 5 right now after that pit stop here: Miglin, Kahn, Taylor, Dudley, and Hoffer will go at it here on the restart here, and this looks to be a long run setup here for these drivers. Which one of them will be able to master and outclass the other, though? That is going to be the big question they have to answer themselves. I'll tell you one thing though right now, folks, there are some drivers I mentioned throughout this night that we've talked about but we have yet to see really make their way up to the front. If they're going to play the closer, they've got to start getting it dialed in. Todd Tuss, Christopher Jordan, Nick Kern, Chad Lancaster, even Jason Reif are all contenders. They know what it takes to make their way up to the front, up to the field. But the guys up and the gals up front are bad, fast, and tough. And I tell you right now, right beside each other, Dan Miglin and Robert Kahn, a little rivalry brewing there between those two. Going to be interesting to see just how well they handle their nerves and each other. Bring it to the restart here. We got problems right there. The start Polybab almost completely losing it in the corner, but he manages to reset it off the straight. Spun the tires very badly there to back off and get out of the throttle there. Jeffrey Todd Tuscany can get out of that way as well. Field works their way around the back straightaway here. It's a drag race once again in the back stretch as they move their way through the field. Inside cradle, Matthew Hoffer gets the bottom line dragged in there, but he can't get the speed built up. Here comes Dudleyville. Moves his way up to third place now. It's Dudleyville time coming up to the spot. He's got Dan the Man Miglin in the 31 as he just gives him the old love tap. He smacks the rear end. I know Robin's racing, but good Lord, he just took a good chunk out of that rear end of the 31. No damage on the 49, it appears, but definitely a little bump and tag there. I'm surprised I didn't get him loose at all. Miglin's got to have that thing dialed in, to say the least here. The onboard camera here, presented by Chevrolet Accessory Auto Parts. It's number 20 at Jeffrey Oaks. Holding his line down, making a run for it, making an escape for the position. He's got Hoffer right in his sights and right in his mind frame, just trying to make a move off of him. Right off the corners here, 3 wide salute. Jeffrey Oaks, Brandon Pike, all involved, or excuse me, Jeffrey Oaks, Keith Checkmate Taylor, Matthew Hart, all involved in that one. In the back of the pack, here comes the throttle. Chantel Bottle. Might as well start calling her a little bit more of the closer because she seems to like running harder on the later half of the laps. She seems to use these stages to her fullest of advantages and really likes to use that as her stake. And that seems to be the case as of late. Now she's really starting to show it. Keith Checkmate Taylor, the number 8, having to battle it out with an old rival in Jeffrey Oaks. Oaks and him always had a bit of a war on the track and a little bit of a run or two. Getting word right now that unfortunately we've lost Dustin Sonecker and Corey Reed tonight. Both drivers unfortunately having mechanical problems. Dustin Sonecker blowing a motor down there when he went into pit road. He did not have it refired. He will be out for the night. Corey Reed, unfortunately, troubles down there with the suspension in the car itself. The race official said you cannot drive it the way it is out there. You have to come in. They did a tech inspection on him right before the race here, and they said point blank you have to start from the back because it was an illegal. It was not set the right way. But he wasn't too thrilled about that and ended up trying to get it fixed up a little bit so it'd be legal. And unfortunately, something just would not click in that car and would not work her way. And that is a tough shame there to hear about, and a tough break for him. Corey, one of the good guys here, all the way from the Newfoundland section of the Rock here. Hope nothing but the best for him here, and hopefully he's doing okay down there. Robert Dudley right now currently working in third, as he's got the old nemesis Cindy the Coulter Taylor right behind him. You can see down below, you take a look on that left side there, watch Cindy's left foot. You can see her actually keeping that foot very gently on the brake and keeping it very close to the clutch there as she goes into the corner. She doesn't want to touch that brake too much, if at all. Wants to really stay away from it and really watch every spot she can. Speaking of our other female here, Chantel Throttle Bottle up 4 spots now here. She's up from 12 to 8. And I was mentioning earlier, I said point blank, I feel like some of these guys and gals, they've been weighing off too much, and now they're starting to make up for that effort. Robert Kahn here, having a little bit of a go around here at Dan the Man Miglin. Miglin right now and him having a little bit of a rivalry as of late. Really, I think that all development started back at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where it was a barn burner and a thriller, to say the least, that night. It would go to Miglin after a little love tap there to Kahn. Kahn was already slowing up badly. Miglin had too much speed and have got him in the rear end and actually got him swayed the loose end. And ever since then, I feel like Kahn has yet to forget that. Marking his way on through the field, up on the outside line. Looks like it might be Miglin trying to pull the checkmate line here. Which that means is he's going straight to the outside. He's working that bottom, and then he's working the middle section here. And just making sure that he doesn't turn in too much or burn tires up that badly. But you can see right now, anyway, for the short term, why it's not working out as well as I think he was hoping for. Robert Dudley is going to make the better of him here. Cindy the Coulter Taylor even now making a little bit of a charge here at the field, maybe a little bit of a runoff. Good solid fourth, back and forth here. And again, Kentucky Speedway no longer on our NASCAR track list here for the actual real life NASCAR. A lot of that has to do with the fact that there was a lot of infrastructure issues and a lot of problems from day one when they got the Cup Series over. Unfortunately, if you remember all that traffic delay they had, that was pretty much what had hurt anything to even start a real major show around here. And then when the races were coming along, they really, to a lot of folks out there, myself included, they weren't nothing special. It wasn't until 2019 where we saw a phenomenal race that night. And it was a battle between the Busch brothers, Kurt and Kyle, to the very end of it. It would go that night to Kurt Busch, in my opinion, probably the less favorited of the Busch brothers, but in my opinion, kind of that underdog status he is now grown to. I'm talking about a guy that literally won a season championship or a cup championship as an underdog. I don't even know what the heck I'm saying, but that's kind of how it is anymore. That's how kind of crazy things can be after a while here on the show and on those races circuit. Sonecker joins us saying looks like a short night for old number 66. Sonecker, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hope your car is all right. Hope you're doing okay, bud, and we'll definitely catch you the next time out here. Marching their way off to a 3-wide salute. Checkmate going right in between with Matthew Hoffert and Jeffrey Oaks there up on the bottom line. Checkmate trying to keep his corners in, trying to keep him nice and stable here as the field works there. Oh, well. You gotta keep your priorities in check, that's for sure here. As that Toyota Supra 49 of Mercury style, Robert Dudley. Pretty much getting Miglin up on the apex of the turn, but he's not getting a good speed on the exit there. And yes, for the fans at home wondering, yes, we do not have the crowds on. For the record, we don't have them there for a reason. And that's actually just so we can give you a clearer stream here as our caution is thrown out here. I'm not sure what happened here. Caution has been thrown. Trying to figure out where the caution allied to. No driver spun out, nothing was caused. See if I take a look at the PTM instant replay and find out what happened here. I believe that may have been a stage break. If that was, I think that was a little bit later than I thought it would be for a stage break, and it looks like that was a stage break there. So I guess there were multiple stage breaks here tonight. I thought there would only be 3, but no, there actually was 3 stages, not 4. 4 stages in total. So I guess we're going to 4 stages here, folks. Justice Sodecker say, we'll be back. Just had engine problems, as he usually is one to say. So our field will now recenter, regroup, restack, re-rack, and all that. And let's go back. Oh, hold on a minute. I think we might have a reason what happened down there. Took a one look at that 5 Chantel bottle, and that does not look good on that 5 machine. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Something gone completely wrong here. Take a look at the instant replay. Watch carefully. Matthew Hoffer gets a little tap there out of turn 2. It actually gets the 5 loosey-goosey and in trouble. Chad Lancaster and Nick Kerr just barely avoiding that one. So that actually was the reason why the caution came out. I wasn't sure if maybe they just had another caution or not, but that is major damage on the 5, and that will slow up the pace. No warrant for a official caution, or excuse me, official EOL to Mr. Hoffert, because by all means you saw it on the show there. That was just a unfortunate incident there. Hoffert just got into the wall protection and they had nowhere to go. But honestly, I think this really sets up for Robert the Rattlesnake Khan and Dan Miglin to just go out and just give it to each other. But Robert Dudley, man, talk about a guy that hasn't won really that much on this show, much less here in the Xfinity series. I think he could be a guy you can really keep your eye on and keep your name and mention on. He's going to be tough to beat. He's going to be one of those guys you just got to keep your hat in the ring in. Kevin Baker will be in 12th right now, moving up 3 spots. Chantel Bottle right behind her there. So that will set the tone, set the field in again. And race fans, when we come back, more action to speak of, more to go. We're coming to the final 30 or so. Who is winning it here in Kentucky Speedway? We're going to find out when we return. Race fans, tonight's race has been brought to you in part by our good friends over at Green Tech Energy, leading the way in solar energy and solar power for all. Green Tech Energy is a natural choice to use. By A1 Glass Incorporated, serving the Trinity Conception area of Carbonear, Newfoundland, Canada since 2008 with all your glass needs, services, and quality auto glass replacements is what we're all about. By the Butt Kicker, best in performance for feeling on rail tracks of the virtual world. The Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. By Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, matching your want with your wallet. Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. By SimRacingMerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By GridFinder, best way to find a new league. So filter your search by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. You need a broadcaster or live designer? Search GridFinder, the home of online racing. By Matt Mills Racing Team, best in Xfinity for teams out there sponsoring and supporting Battle of the Mill Racing League this season. If you want to help support Matt's journey, follow him up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and be sure to check out his merchandise line on Facebook. By Bottles Wraps, most affordable designs made at your leisure. Bottles Wraps will always bring out the best designs in your library. And by Melgard Motorsports, fastest of fast and toughest of nails on any track, virtual world or real world. Melgard Motorsports, it's where it's at. So with the field getting rack stacked and re-centered off here tonight, we'll go ahead and take another look at our points race here as we come back through the field. I talked earlier about Dudley leading this in, Miglin coming in that second spot, and Khan looking for a field day here, especially Jeffrey Oaks as well. Cindy Taylor and Chantel Pottle, both kind of in that rubber zone, that little issue or two. But so far, I gotta say, it's been pretty much back and forth madness and good racing from everybody's end. Those that have showed up and put up a fight and put on a show, they have certainly done that and then some. And in my opinion, as long as they can continue on with this and continue to grow with this, I think really this will be the definitive league for Xfinity Series for a good time or two for what these drivers are looking for on Sunday nights. Races wise, we only have about, I believe, 5 or 6 remaining. I think it was only about a 12 race schedule. Let's take a look at our schedule here real quick to make sure I'm not telling you guys a bunch of nonsense. So our season ending race will be down at September 12th. It'll be at Michigan International Speedway. So yep, only a couple more weeks remaining. In total, we have 6 left, or 5 after tonight. We will have a breather, a little break or two in between there. And then after that, it is showtime for the final race of the season. So September 5th, expected night off, as well as a night off here for us here on the show. Because on Wednesday night, we will have Wolfpack Racing League for the one of the last times we'll have them, at least in the live format, on Wednesday nights. But on the Lease League Weekly Series. But don't worry, we have another show coming your way. As Race Tech Coatings iRacing League returns to our broadcasting network and our broadcasting show. Field will march their way around right now, serving up through the field here. As we set this one back up to the field and ready to go back at it here. Drivers are ready to look this way around. And it looks like Matthew Hoppert is actually having to go to the back, I was told for a minute ago here, so he'll have to go to the infield there and get things situated out. He'll have himself a little bit of a run here and a little bit of a shot at making some statements here as we're about ready to get back to the green flag action. Just 25 laps will remain here, only 26 to go, but 25 as soon as I bring this one back into position. Drivers march their way around the track looking to get the run and get the start. Looking to get this one going yet again here. Back to the field we go. Green flag is flying out. We're underway again. Right down the field. Oh, 2 drivers spinning badly there. We got big trouble, big trouble. Caution's out, big trouble there. The 5 and the 72 crashing out big time there, coming off of turn 2, and just like that, things can just change in a heartbeat. Changed on a dime there, to say the least. Here, let's take a look at that one from another angle here. Holy cow, those guys and gals got really wrapped up in that one. Taking a look at it here. Both drivers were already pretty loose there, but the 5 ended up getting into the 72, unfortunately, and kind of end up sending them both around there, so bit of a racing ordeal there. See what the field will say that one there. We'll take a look at the onboard camera here of Chantel Pottle, just give you guys an idea of what she was seeing when she was going around. Was just about ready to save it. So was Jeffrey Todd Tufts, and both drivers unfortunately just not able to recorrect themselves and get that one fixed in. That's a tough break there for both drivers here, and once again we'll just set the field back into the pack here. So that'll be our 4th caution of the night, 2 of them under stage cautions and now 2 of them under caution cautions. Field will have to work their way back around here once again and hopefully get this one figured out around here. Back to the action here right now, folks. We're currently still under our caution here, fourth one of the night. Kind of hard to believe too. We was having an extremely good race there and a good battle for supremacy, and right now, as we've got about 20 minutes left on the clock here for these drivers to get this one in. A bit of a shock, to say the least, that some of the folks have been struggling out there and having some problems. Chantel Pottle and Jeffrey Todd Tufts both receiving an EOL for that one. They will have to start in the back. Remember, you start the caution, you cause the caution, you're going to the back, so. So Field works their way around, and hopefully when we get to lap 20 here, this will be where we can start kind of toning the reins back a little bit, get this one fired back up, and get these guys and gals finished out. The stars and the cars have a little bit more work to do here. And if they want to secure this race and secure this one at the end of the night, still a pretty good crowd on hand here tonight as well. Thank you again to those that are still tuned in with us. It's a pleasure to have you all on board here. Still a pleasure to see each and every one of you guys out watching this one with us. Hopefully we're still enjoying ourselves, or at least from our earlier race and all that, and there's still a little bit of the battles in between. We still have a little bit of racing to go here, folks, before they cut this one off and call this one a night. We also have our PTM Racing TV store as well. Just put down in the comment section below if you want to check that out. As we're ready to field them back into position here, ready to field this one on down. We will see the drivers put up an end and put up a fights to means to this. Which one of them will get the advantage? Robert Dudley has been pretty consistent all day long. As a matter of fact, he's up 9 spots. He started in 11th. He had to work his way to get to the front, and now he is having to try to take down one of the toughest drivers that Pedal Metal Racing League has ever seen in the rattlesnake, Robert Kahn. We will have on the restart here 15 minutes left of regulated time to finish this one out. If they do not get that 15 to 21 laps in this 15 minutes, race will be called, and just like what Dustin Sloanaker knows all too well, that strategy that these drivers played in earlier on will play more to them. Coming right around, troubles there. Evan Baker and Kevin having a bit of a problem there getting off that start. See if that be a factor for the other drivers here as we get off the start here. Oh, there's more troubles. Jeffrey Oakes nowhere near off the line, are able to get going here. The field packed up a bit. Now they restart them off. Green flag flies. And Matthew Hopper getting the worst end of that one. Has to go way back in the pack here and have to try to fight his way back up. Speaking of fighting his way back up, at last, Nick Kern, I talked about him a little earlier on. He's finally starting to dial this one in a little bit, get some runs off. Field will work their way around the corners here, around the turns here, as they are hard on the gas, hard on the throttle. Robert Kahn trying to get ahead quickly, the same thing he did in the stage there, and just win this one out with raw power in his mind. Checkmate and Dan Miglin in the battle here. Oh, there's trouble right behind them. Oh, about crashing it around, in big trouble there. Caution's out, big time itch situation here, Chad Lancaster. all over the place as well. Everyone just out of whack and out of sight and out of mind. But Wally Bab probably got the worst end of this one, to say the least. What on earth happened here? Take a look at the PTM Instant replay and find out for sure. Let's go to our chopper cam here. Look up front. We're gonna watch Chad Lancaster. Whoa! That thing just went straight right then left. Ends up, unfortunately, taking out a good chunk of the field here. I don't know what happened to Chad there, unfortunately, but he got seriously sideways there and got seriously in trouble there, to say the least, causing that big one to come up. Let's go on the onboard camera here. So he tags the wall going to turn one, but I don't know, maybe hit a little spot down there. Oh, he had a huge spot there. You can see that car. He was feeling it get loose. Gets into Nick Kern, and Wally Bab ends up taking in the 5, and the 5 nearly going upside down. Wally Bab managing to keep himself at least in one piece, but that was a major wreck there. And Chad Lancaster will have to go to the back of the pack here. Well, this is starting to get a little hairy here, folks. Laps are winding down. We're running out of time. And if I'm the driver right now, all I'm thinking is just, can we get through this race here? Can we get through this one? The 5, I don't know if maybe she has any instant repairs left. I think she might be totaled out for the night. This is not looking good, to say the least. I think that last big crash might have cost all of them dearly here. Chad Lancaster did go to the back of the pack here, so they'll have to survive back there a little while here. Fifth caution of the night, and what an absolute hard one to watch right now. Stage 3, definitely nowhere near what we were in stage 1 and 2. It seems like everything just getting all over the place and all out of control. And now it really is just hurting and destroying these cars and these drivers mentally, I gotta believe. A lot of points on the line, as we've shown earlier on and just throughout this night, but this is not what anybody would have expected. Robert Kahn currently going to be up in the race lead again, and Robert Dudley will be right there with him. And you now know that they're going to have to full throttle assault these things now with the last bit of laps they've got left, so they don't have much time. Jason Rice saying, Chris Shire, just want to say thanks for all you do. You're the best announcer out there, man. Oh, man, I appreciate that. You don't have, I appreciate the love, guys, but I just honestly love doing this for you guys. It's honestly what I love to do in my heart. So Deepush saying, yes, you got that right, Jason. He's good at being an announcer. I love the way he brings life to the race. Y'all making me blush now. Come on. Justice Snaker saying, Portion Cell can't catch a break tonight. Yeah, that's kind of the situation brewing here. If I said it once, I'll say it again. As a broadcaster, the goal is to bring life to these races, because you can't be there in person. And without experiencing it in person, you really don't know what it's like. So the best way to do it is for us broadcasters to give you guys a sense of that idea and just a feeling of it. And looks like Chantel has actually come into the show here. She is saying the motor is gone. We're done. Team can't get that thing back out. That is a tough break there for the throttle. And well, we will see you next time out here, though, Chantel. But nevertheless, hopefully we can get that car fixed up for you. Hopefully your team can get that dialed in and get fixed in and ready to go for the next time out. We are running low on laps here, though, folks. 10 minutes remain. They have 15 left. They need to complete 10 minutes left on the clock. This is do or die time, and especially if they're else like Robert Kahn, you know they'll probably only get, if they get one more caution in, they'll have one last chance to try to do a full throttle assault through the corners. Will he be able to hold off and maintain this one? Find out now. Here we go. Green flag back out and up and running. Much cleaner start. A lot cleaner. Very good. Now they got to get past her too, though. Remember, those cold tires really take a beating on that spot. There they go. They're nice and all under control here. Now they're starting to keep the tires in rhythm. It's all about keeping rhythm, keeping up with the speed. Kevin Baker actually putting a little bit of a bumper there to Dan Biglin for a minute. He's gassing up pretty quickly here. Jeffrey Todd Dust even making a little bit of a slingshot move around there. Dan Miglin in the 31. Moving his way through the back of Sidney the Closer Taylor and Keith Checkmate Taylor. Robert Dudley in the 49, still trying to take down the rattlesnake. Robert Kahn is your race leader. Will he be able to keep on to that, though, with the final 14 laps? Dudley looking to knock down and knock him out of his spot off the podium. He's been bad fast all night long, but can he keep it going? Wide salute coming off the reins of turn to the front straightaway. Kevin Baker right in the middle of the sandwich. Easy, boys. Nick Kern up high side. Hofford right there in the bottom. Lancaster right behind both of them. Easy in, easy out. Both drivers getting out of that one clean as a whistle. Lancaster, despite the trouble he had a minute ago, looks like the instant repair fixed that one up real quick. Car is back tip-top shape. We've got 12 remaining and only 8 minutes left on the clock. They've got time to get this one in. They have enough time to finish it, but they've got to stay away from throwing any caution. They've got to start getting this car to fix in a little bit more and just stay away from damaging anything else. Keith Checkmate Taylor knows what he has to do here. He's watching that clock. You can see that timer on the bottom left of your screen there. He's watching every single moment, every little run. He has it all dialed in and secured up. If you're wondering at home, how the heck can we tell the time around here? Well, I'll give you a little idea of how we're telling time around here. Here's actually the live timing here. You've seen the laps. This is our actual timer we got going on. Something a little for you guys to know at home. We do have that here. We just don't show it. We just show the laps. It's really the only time we'll have to show those timers for the Monday Night League there. Well, that timer is there, so just give you guys an actual idea of what these drivers are working with, how much they have left. Robert Dudley now having competition. Checkmate looking to make the move off the outside. Andon Thompson joins us in now. And you probably pick the best time to come out and catch this one here as the field tries to finish it out. The number 20 of Jeffrey Oaks still trying to get back up there with the race field here. As Miglin, Dudley, Taylor, and Kahn are at it, a hard charge here. 4 drivers back throughout the pack, back on the fight. Remember stage 1, we had that happen in that middle section there, a little puff of smoke though. Coming around, we got trouble. Hofford, Christopher Jordan, both crashing around out of turn 4. And the yellow is thrown. And is that enough for Robert Kahn to just walk away with this one? We will soon see, but first we got to take a look at the PCM Instant Replay and see what happened here. Take a look at this one from another angle here. We're going to watch very carefully. And, ooh, Chad Lancaster got right in the middle of all of it and ends up giving both drivers the tumble and a fumble and a big spin around. Getting both drivers way loose off that corner. We'll take another look at it from the chopper angle here. That's twice now, unfortunately. Lancaster has been a part of a situation there. He had a good rundown. Yeah, he went into that 3 wide salute. Jordan did come down slightly, but again, Lancaster was going up, but rule of thumb is you start that 3 wide. That's unfortunately your cause there. Field will have to stack this one in again and hope for the best. Take a look at the time here now. Time's coming up. Time is running out. And it looks like I'm not able to show you guys the timing end here, so let's hope we can show you the last minutes here, but unfortunately it looks like we're not going to be able to get that, at least on the overlay. But like I say, right now we're down to only 4 minutes and 20 seconds. They may have enough time to get a restart in, but they need to get it in like now. Chad Lancaster going to the back of the outhouse again. They'll have to start from there due to that little situation, unfortunately. Jeffrey Todd, Tufts, Kevin Baker, Christopher Jordan, and Wally Bapp going into pit road. As you see a good half of the field in the pits, unfortunately. 3 minutes now remain. I don't know if they're gonna have time, folks. They may get they may get 2 laps in, but I don't think they're gonna finish this one. I think this one might be done and over with. Unless Khan literally makes a big mistake here. I gotta believe Dudley needs to give him a bumper or 2 to get around him. He's gonna have to go on the outside and just charge off quickly. But remember, turn 2 on cold tires. Yeah, that will definitely send you for a bit of a loop and a bit of a skyrocketing to its madness and crashing around here. They have to do 1 more lap around, and then they will bring out the green flag again. Only down to 14 drivers in this whole field. Hard to believe and just crazy to believe, but that is the way. That's the way that the old Lady Luck has dealt their hand out here. The last time we had a race here tonight that ended up not finishing out on the normally scheduled time and actually got cut due to time, it was back at Talladega Super Speedway. And in this case, I gotta believe that they do not want the same circumstances here. They will get 1 minute on the restart clock is what I'm told. So they will be pretty much a green-white checkered for them. And even though they only have a couple laps left, there's nothing they can do about the time limit. The time limit is set. They knew going into this race, they have that time set. They have that limit only on for a clock. They cannot go over it. They cannot finish the race over that limit. They have to do the laps and finish it out that way. For Robert Dudley, it's going to be just another big points get if it ends under his night. Khan will get the win, but for Dudley, he'll have enough points to pretty much stay ahead of both of them here in a good shot. For Keith Checkmate Taylor, it would be a big help for him as well as Dan Miglin to keep up with the pace, and Jeffrey Oaks, in his mind, obviously he wants to get that race winning, but a top 5 would not be too bad. Sidney Taylor, yet again, though, surprised yet once more as the reigning champion. Still without a victory since Atlanta, and really has been lower on the points than usual for her sake. Here we go, folks. They have 1 chance at this. They got 2 laps. That's all they get. They'll 2 or 3 laps, it looks like, because right now the clock is ticking away. It's currently at 1 minute 14:25 now here. So by the time they bring it back around, it'll be 1 minute 15, which 1 hour and 15. So 1 hour and 15 in total means the race should be over with. But they will give them a chance. So at this point, might as well just take that little lap counter, throw it out the window. It's pretty much a green-white checker at this point if they get it in. We've seen race delays, we've seen rain delays, we've seen fog delays, we've seen time limit delays on the show. And speaking of rain delays, God forbid me, I cannot believe that might actually be a thing here on iRacing. If it actually is come a thing here, iRacing, and that actually is what we're going to get, let's keep that out of officials if you would. Here they come now. The pace car will come off of turn 4. And it's pretty much just get and go. Nothing left you can do. Just finish it out, boys. Reeling back into the restart. Looking for the green. The green flies and pops up. This is it. No more time left. Time ran out. We are at 1 hour and 15. The marker has been reached. They are going to go for broke. Here we go. Turns 1 and 2. Might be a last minute dash finish, actually. Oh, this could get interesting here. Robert Dudley, he's going for it. Straight to the inside. Con knows he's coming. Checkmate knows he's right there. Checkmate gets a little tag there from Jeffrey Oaks. They go 4 wide. Saloon right behind him. Sidney Taylor getting a bump for there over Brandon Pike. Pike gets a little bit of a tag, and Robert Kahn will defend off the field. Dudley second, third to Oaksy. Fourth to Miglin, and fifth to Keith Checkmate Taylor for a last-minute dash. What a race, and an unfortunate way to end it for some. But nevertheless, a pretty good race in its entirety for Kentucky. So the Rattlesnake escapes with this one, but you gotta wonder how much of that time limit delay, did that help him? I think in his mind he wanted more than just a time limit delay. He wanted to actually go out there and win this race wholeheartedly in his own way. He'll send it into the grass and through the pits, I guess. Why not? The race is called and over with. Kahn just barely eking out a win. Alright, race fans, we'll go ahead and take a look now at our race results here popping up on your screen. Robert Kahn wins it. The 21 Ford Mustang takes another one home. Second goes to Robert Dudley. Third to Jeffrey Oaks. Fourth to Dan Miglin. Fifth to Keith Checkmate Taylor. Sixth to Brandon Pike. Seventh to Nick Kern. Eighth to Jeffrey Todd Tufts. Ninth to Wally Babb. And Matthew Offert rounding out top 10. Rest of the field, unfortunately, suffering the fates of drivers here tonight and the problems that loomed over them throughout this one. What a field it was, and what a race here tonight. Take a look down now. We'll go ahead and talk with our top 3 finishers here. See how they fare, shaked, and hold it up for this one. I'll be right back after these quick commercial messages, folks. I'm going to go ahead and head down there and talk with our drivers.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they start their sim racing journey. Well, I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here on the show now as I'm joined here with our second place finisher here tonight, Robert Dudley from Dudleyville here. And Robert, man, you had a lot going on down there and a lot battling it out here at the end of the race here. It looked like you were going for the dive bomb out of turn 3 to try to take down Kahn, but the track just wouldn't give it to you. What happened there?
Bridesmaid again. How about that? How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing pretty good. I know you're not thrilled too much about me saying you're the bridesmaid, but I mean, really, in all honesty, I think a lot of that had to do with just how the shortened race went there. But I mean, you just had a fast car all night. You moved up 9 spots throughout this entire race, man. You were charging, giving everything you had. It just looked like it just fell down to bad brakes.
Yeah, like I said, late cautions again hurt me. Yeah, the first two stages I was just hanging back and checking my tire wear, see how far I could push it for the last stage. As I figured it out, and I had a hard time figuring out turns 3 and 4, and I finally figured that out after the second stage. So that's how I got up there. But congratulations to Robert.
Yeah, he certainly did indeed there, my man. Now, I got to ask you, who do you want to thank you for the second place finish, and who you would say probably helped you out here tonight the most?
I want to thank you guys for putting on these races and you broadcasting these excellent broadcasts. I appreciate it. Me and my family appreciate it. Thank all the sponsors and all these admin here. Like I said, I love racing here. That's about it. I want to thank my mom. I'm not my mom. I'm sorry. I want to thank my dad. My dad always watches, and my son Tyler watches, and my wife, and thank them for watching. Got another thing. I wish when my sister was alive at the ALS, she loved to watch my races. But back then, when I first started out racing, I was pretty much a back marker. I never was on TV and all that. But I'm sure she's watching now and is proud of me.
She's got to be very proud of you for everything you've done and all that you've done on this series, man. Congratulations, and I can't wait to talk with you some more here in the future.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Christian.
Robert Dudley, right now, your points later going into tonight as now the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, with a serious win and a half here tonight. Robert, congratulations here at Kentucky. You had a lot going on down there coming to the end. And I think it might have his mic broke again, folks. You might have to give us a minute here.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, there he goes. He got it fixed this time. So, Kahn, managing to win out another one out of it. A little bit of a close call, though. You had a lot going at stake and a lot happening. What really was the main thing that helped you finish this one out?
Well, the first run, I burned my tires up. That's what I wanted to do, is push it hard as I could go and see how it did in the first stage, and if I ran it hard, what it would do. And it fell on its face. I think I got third or fourth in the first stage. But that track eats tires. It's all tire conservation.
It certainly was indeed here. With everything now being played out here, and you're getting one step closer to the main stage, the main shows here, with the last bit of racing to come up, what's going to be your main challenge you're going to try to do to try to get that points race back in your favor?
As far as I'm behind, I just got to keep winning. I think I'm like 10 points behind at the beginning of this race, and it's so hard to make up points because everyone's so close. But I just got to keep on first, second, third place finishes. That's all I can do. But I'm pushing. I really want this championship this year.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, Kahn, coming away with another big battle and a half here. Who do you want to thank you for this finish?
Everyone who's involved, all our sponsors. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone who shows up to these races. I mean, we've been having 16, 17 people a race. That's awesome. But yeah, towards the end, I was saying the drivers in the rain, they do the rain dance. I was doing the time dance. I was hoping it was almost over.
I don't blame you there, but nevertheless, Kahn, congratulations on a race win, man, and we'll catch you next time out here on the show.
Hey, thanks, bud.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, Rattlesnake Robert Kahn, your race winner here tonight. As we close this one night out, folks, here, it's been an honor and a pleasure to call for you. Thank you again to the sponsors, Green Tech Energy, A1 Glass Incorporated of Carbonear, Newfoundland, Canada, The Butt Kicker Company, Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, SimRacingMerch.com, GridFinder.com, Matt Mills Racing Team, Bottles Wraps, and of course, Melgard Motorsports. Thank you all for what you've done. Thank you all for the support. To you fans at home, thank you for always tuning in and loving the show. We appreciate you guys, and then some. Until the green flag is flying next time on PTM Racing TV, please be safe. God bless. Take care. I love y'all. See you when the green flag's flying next time on PTM Racing TV.